Mill Creek. This is Mrs. Jastrin. I'm coming to you live from Norton Shores, Michigan, right on the coastline of Lake Michigan. Doing a family hike right now, and I wanted to talk to you about erosion and deposition, which is your ecosystems, matter cycling, and energy flow, objective 2. Today you're going to need your science notebook along with a pen or a pencil to write. I'm going to do lecture notes for you. They'll flash across the bottom of the screen. Just feel free to hit pause whenever you're ready to write them down and then play the video again. And then at the very end, we'll talk about a study strategy to use with those notes. For our erosion and deposition video, specifically I want to talk to you guys about how rivers erode material. So rivers do a lot of, the water in rivers do a lot of erosion due to like abrasion, where it'll pick up rocks due to the flow of the water and knock off different rocks, creating the water, or creating the river to be wider and deeper. You can see there's a lot of erosion off the side of this coastline, creating this kind of wide area. Now this is actually a channel and not a river, but it does the same thing. It'll still pick up the sediments as it flows into Lake Michigan. So this channel is from Mona Lake going straight into Lake Michigan. And you can see even like the roots of that tree is exposed because of all the soil erosion due to like this cliff and water action. Okay, move further down the channel. And you can see Lake Michigan is behind me. So where do all those sediments end up that are being eroded through a river? All of those sediments actually will travel down the river towards the mouth of the river, where it opens up into a larger body of water. Now, if we dam a river, then all of those sediments can't travel to the beach to be dispersed, right? But if we don't have a dam, then you can have deltas form, like the Mississippi River. You see that pretty frequently because it's got 5 tributaries, so 5 different rivers that flow into the Mississippi. So it's a very fast-flowing river, very big, large, empties into the Gulf of Mexico, and you'll actually find deltas there. So what's happening is deposition is causing those formations to form. All of the sediments from the river are slowing down once it hits the mouth of the river, and they will form those deltas due to deposition. There's been so much deposition happening over in this channel that they actually have taken it and dredged it out so that it's wide and boats can still travel through it. All right, we've traveled all the way to Lake Michigan down the channel, and right now you can see some really good wave action happening, which causes a lot of erosion. So erosion is the process by which rocks, soil, sand, those different sediments are transported. So erosion actually moves the sediments. Deposition, on the other hand, is where those sediments are being deposited or placed. It's the settling out of those particles that then find a location to sit. So that is all about deposition. So erosion will happen in really dry places that don't have a lot of plant life. So you can actually see along the shoreline here that the area that has the most erosion happening has no plant life. You can see actually how tall this sand dune has been eroded, where the plant roots are actually holding the soil into place. So plants actually prevent erosion from happening, and they're really helpful. All right, so I've climbed all the way up the sand dune, and you can see all of the beach grass that's up here, and actually the roots underneath that are holding the soil in place, which is why you're getting that nice like caved in area. So this part right here doesn't have any soil. It's really easily going down the hill, whereas this stuff is a little bit harder to erode. It's held in place. So all that beach grass is actually helping to prevent erosion from happening. And you can kind of see where I'm standing now. So Lake Michigan shoreline actually experiences a ton of erosion and deposition. You can actually see some aerial footage that MLive actually took on a resource just below this video. You can also see a Google image of the shoreline a few years ago, so you can compare to see how much of the coastline actually has eroded. Now that you've taken your notes, what I'd like you to do is read through your notes and turn each one that you have written down into a question. This will help create a Q&A form, a question and answer form, so that when you study in the future before you take this assessment, you'll actually be able to have like questions to quiz